Okay, good morning, everybody. I was reading Jesus Calling this morning, and it just took me back to where I still, testify on the GIST cancer that I was diagnosed with in 2020. But this reading took me back to when I got back into the church, and I was sharing my testimony about going my journey with GIST cancer. Let me just read you one little part in here this morning. It says, even my servant Paul was told, my grace is sufficient for you, when he sought healing for the thorn in his flesh. Okay, this took us to 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 7 through 9. Okay, I want to read that for you also. And lest I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of the revelation, there was given to me a thorn in the flesh, the messenger of Satan, to buffet me, lest I should be exalted above measure. For this thing I besought the Lord thrice, that it might depart from me. And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee. My strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, than the power of Christ may rest upon me. Oh, you may be asking, okay, well, why does that hit you so hard, or come to you so inspirationally? Because when I was diagnosed with GIST, they told us that I had tumors in my stomach, my pancreas, and multiple in my liver. So all those are three major organs. When you're talking finding tumors that is malignant cancer. So, and of course, they diagnosed me with 3 to 6 months to live. But when I got back up on my feet and stuff, and got back was able to go back to church, and when I was asked to share my testimony, what I had gone through, or what I was going through, and I used to relate my my the tumors, in a sense. I would relate them to Paul's story as thorn in his flesh. I would relate the tumors to thorns in my flesh or in my body, and that's why that comes to me, and it just bring me back to be able to share that testimony. I would always say that even though these thorns were in my flesh, these tumors were in my body, that I knew that even if God didn't heal me on this side, I knew that he would heal me on the other side. I would be healed of everything on the other side. And so it just gives me great joy, and just put so much thanks in my heart and on my lips, to thank God for where I am, what he's brought me through. Because in 2024, when I went to take my semi-annually CT scan, the doctor entered into my room to give the results, and on that day, October the 8th of 2024, they told me they saw no more signs of the GIST cancer or the tumors in my body. Y'all, I can't even describe the feeling that I felt on that day. Even though still today, because of GIST being such a rare cancer, I still have to take the chemo medicine, and the side effects of that are way worse than going through any other cancer and stuff. So, but I've never been taking the intravenous chemo, or I did have to take 7 rounds of radiation at one point, because one of the tumors ruptured, and so they did radiation. I did 7 sessions of that, but I come through that shining like pure gold, feeling better than I had in years, just after I took a blood transfusion and doing the radiation, and then to get that news in 2024. The miracle of it. Mm, Still run chills through my body today. But y'all, share with me a time that, God performed a miracle in your life where you actually saw it come through. Um it's a blessing, it's a gift for us to even still be here today. But interact with me, just share a time that God really showed up for you when you didn't even have sense enough to believe that he would. But we walk by faith and not by sight, and and that can be easier said than done depending on what you're going through, because we're human. But I know that God is real. I know that He can heal. He can heal anything if He removed these tumors and heal this just cancer that's in my body. Um, I know that He can do anything but fail. So comment to me. Continue to follow me for more content. Go to my YouTube page. Like, subscribe, share. Have a blessed day.